So now with respect to this class, salary variable is available because we have inherited that particular data member from class A. Okay, now inside this class two different members are available. Now create the object of this derived class. Okay, because from derived class we are going to access some functionality from this class A. Okay, so okay, what will happen instead of this B? If suppose we will create the object of A, yes, what will happen? Instead of class B, we will create the object of class A. So then
On
which
this
data
salary.
is available?
बोनस घेऊ शकत नाही.
If suppose we mark as a salary, okay, just for temporary, for understanding purpose, just consider as a if suppose we will mark we will create the object of A class, and from that from that object we want both the variables. Is this possible? No, because with
No.
respect to class A only salary variable is available. Okay, for this particular bonus we will get error. And if suppose we will create the object of this B class, so from that B class we will access both the data members, bonus as well as this particular salary. So that's why we are going to create here the object of derived class. Okay, so this is the execution, and b1 dot salary and b1 dot bonus, it will access both the data members with the help of the same object. Okay, so similar here, it is valid for function. Yes, function ला काय प्रॉब्लेम येईल का इथे तुम्हाला? So just do one thing, create one single inheritance, and in that use different functions as a public. हा एक प्रोग्राम आज करा प्रॅक्टिस म्हणून. Okay, clear? So I will show again one more example with respect to this, which will calculate or which will perform the addition, how it will works. Okay, so I will edit here in this program itself. So integer, suppose first variable and then the second variable. Okay, now create that particular function add. What is the logic here? Integer c is equal to a plus b and return that addition. Addition कशामध्ये स्टोर आहे? C मध्ये. Okay, this is done with that part. Okay, now from that class A we want to display that addition. Yes, how you are going to display that addition? Okay, I will just write that code, and then I will just explain you one by one or line by line. Addition of two numbers is, now result is available inside this result variable. Okay, end of this class. Okay, most important, how you are going to design this particular main function. Yes, can anyone? How you are going to design this particular main function? Okay, first of all I will explain you this particular code. Okay, here in this class A we have been considered two different data members, A and B, and we have initialized both the variables as a 4. Clear? Next one, inside the public we have been considered one method as a add, and here in this case we are going to perform the addition of two numbers, and we are going to return that particular addition because we have been considered here as a return type as an integer. So that's why we are going to return that particular integer value to the called function. Okay, so this is related with class A. then we are going to inherit that particular class A inside the class B. So this particular class B is going to display that particular result. So before display, we have to call that particular function. Yes, we have to call this particular add function. So call that particular add function from that display function. So integer result is equal to add, means add that or call that particular function, and after performing the addition, that particular add function is going to return the integer value. So store that integer value to this result variable, and lastly display that result. Okay, so can anyone just tell me for which class you are going to create the object?
Class B.
B.
We are going
B.
to create the object of class B because class B is going to inherit some properties from the class A. So by default, we are going to create the object of that class B. Next, B1 is the object. After that,
B1 dot
okay.
B1 dot display.
Is there any necessity to
dot-
call this add function? B1 dot add.
No, we have to call display function.
No.
We have to call this add function.
Only
Sakshi, Rutvik,
No.
just wait.
No.
Other guys just reply. Jay, Mayank, Pooja. B1 dot add. This line is required. Rohini, Rajalakshmi, Prasad. Yes. This line is required. Sejal, Shubham. B1 dot add. This line is required.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why not required? Because that particular function is
Because
called from
A-
that display function. Okay. So that's why our task is to call this particular display function. So how you are going to call that particular function? कैसे call करतो? So the B1 dot display, and last one just mentioned as a return 0. Okay, now we will run this particular code. Yeah, addition of two number is 8. Is this visible for everyone? Addition of two number is 8.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so main मध्ये काय केलं आपण? We have created the object of derived class, and from that derived class, now we are going to call that particular function add. This is happen because of this particular scope resolution operator. So we are going to inherit all the properties of class A inside the class B. So that's why we are using inheritance, and this particular type is called as single level inheritance. Okay, so everyone clear? Yes, clear everyone? Okay, so I will just copy this code. This code is required for you, or you will just practice yourself. काय करेल लागेल का द्यायला हा कोड? शेअर करा सर. Okay, so I will just mark.
Yes, sir.
So I'll mark this code. Okay, so next let us start for the multi-level inheritance. Okay, with respect to multi-level inheritance, we will just consider the only methods. Okay, I will show you example with respect to only methods. So hash include. I will show you just the demonstration how it works. Then you just try with yourself. Because with respect to unit number 2, we have to learn this particular inheritance briefly. Okay, how it works, how objects are referring the public variables and private variables. Okay, so the first class is the animal class. Inside that, public, we are going to consider the first method as eat. Eating. End of this class, Then next, class dog is going to inherit which class is going to inherit the animal class, because we are talking about the multi-level. Okay, so next, public. Here we will consider the next method as a bark. See out. Yes, okay, we will display here as a barking. Next, yes, another class is required or not in case of multi-level?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so then we call this as a multi-level. Okay, more than 2 classes are available, so we will consider here as a baby dog, because animal is the first class. From that animal we are going to consider the dog as a class, and from that dog we are again going to consider as a baby dog. So this particular baby dog is going to inherit which class?
Dog.
Is going to inherit
Dog.
dog class, because we are talking about the
Sir, scope
multi-level.
resolution operator. Sir,
Yeah, I have
sir,
mentioned
you have
that.
given colon. Scope resolution operator, no? Colon you have written.
Yeah, what will happen in cases of some compiler just access the single colon, or in some compiler just access the double quotes, but here in this case he will just accept the single quote. Okay, in case of suppose we
Sir,
have to,
semicomma.
yeah, semicolon is required. I'm missing, yeah. Yes, suppose we have to mention this particular method void bark outside of this class. At that time we have to mention that as a scope resolution operator. आपण असं लिहिलं होतं का साक्षी? असं लिहिलं होतं? Suppose we have to elaborate that particular function. Instead of this, suppose we have to define that particular function outside of the class. I have shown you.
Yes, sir.
असं एक दिलं होतं
Yes.
एक्झाम्पल, दाखवलं पण होतं तुम्हाला. Yes.
Yes, sir.
What it will represent? It will represent this particular mark method is belong from this dog class. Okay,
Dog.
so it will just hide the actual execution from that particular compiler. Here he will just consider that this is a bark. Okay, this is a bark method, and that particular bark method is available from that particular dog class. Okay, so I will just comment out this code. Okay, so again we have to mention one more method, is that void. Okay, we will consider as again bark1, then see out, it will again display the message barking1. Okay, semicolon, no need to mention the slash n. Okay, now integer main. Okay, so for which class you are going to create the object?
Baby dog.
Yes.
Dog.
Yes, we are going to create the object for baby dog, because class animal is now inherited inside the class dog. Then next, this particular class dog is inherited by this baby dog. Means what? Inside this baby dog, कुठल्या methods असतील by default? Eat method is also by default available. Yes, eat method is available. Next, as well as bark method is also available, because this particular baby dog is going to inherit this particular dog class, and this particular dog class is going to inherit all the properties of this animal class. So from this baby dog, we are going to access both these methods, eat as well as bark. Okay, clear? So we will create the object of this baby dog as a b1. Then suppose we have to display all these couts, then which method we are going to consider here? First one as a eat. Next b1 dot
Bark. Bark.
bark method,
And bark 1.
and then next one is the bark one. Okay, and now consider that as a return 0. So I will execute this code. Okay, so you will get all the data. First, this particular eating statement from animal class. This barking statement is from dog class, and barking one, this particular statement from baby dog class. And we have initiated all these classes from which class? We have initiated all these classes from this baby dog. Okay, so this particular concept is called as multi-level inheritance. Okay, clear झाली multi-level inheritance? Yes, this example is
Yes, sir.
yes, कळलं का example सगळ्यांना हे? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will give you two different examples on single level inheritance and multi-level inheritance. So you just try, okay, both these examples. And if you have any doubt,